about God can do, and it has a lot to do with our vector verse. So think about it and everything you've learned this week as we sing this next song, all right?
God can shut a lion's mouth and change the minds of kings. God can make a leopard dance and cause the blind to see. God can raise the dead and God can calm a raging sea. I can do it, but God can do it. G-L-O-R-Y, to God who can. G-L-O-R-Y, to God who can. Do, far beyond all that we could ask or imagine. By His power work within us, God can do, far beyond all that we could ask or imagine. By His power work within us, God can do. God, give me compassion when I see someone in need. God, please give me courage in the face of enemies. Change my heart and change my mind to love as you love me. 'Cause I can't do it, but God can do
Ready?
it.
G-L-O-R-Y.
G-L-O-R-Y, to God who can.
Sing it out.
G-L-O-R-Y, to God who can. Do, far beyond all that we could ask or imagine. By His power work within us, God can do, far beyond all that we could ask or imagine. By His power work within us, God can do, far beyond all that we could ask or imagine. By His power work within us, God can do, far beyond all that we could ask or imagine. By His power work within us, God can do.
Good job, guys. All right, so this next song is one of my favorites. It's called Even When the Lions Roar. So I want to hear your loudest lion roar, okay? Let's go.
When I'm surrounded, I will not be overcome. The battle rages, but the victory is won. There's no safer place than where you are. You defend me, so I trust you with my heart.
I will not be shaken.
I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. All my hope is in you, is in you. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. All my hope is in you. Even when the lions roar. Even when the lions roar. There is no power that can ever separate. Jesus is faithful and will never turn away. There's no safer place than where you are. You defend me, so I trust you with my heart. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. All my hope is in you, is in you.
I will not be shaken.
I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. All my hope is in you. Even when the lions roar. 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 Even when the lions roar.
Good job, guys. Great job. Okay, so we have one more song, and I want everybody to give it their all. I want them to sing, have lots of energy, and let's go out with a bang, okay?
Is this the left to the left?
I got a crazy me. presence is my promised land. I wouldn't have made it, but you came and saved me. I'm celebrating 'cause you've been so good to me.
Come on, lift your hands up, ready?
Sing it out. You know I am gonna praise you now. With everything. Let everything within me praise you now. As I do, you're bringing heaven down. The King of Kings is born. So take it up. So take it to another level now. Let His praises be the greatest sound. As we do, He's bringing heaven down. The King of Kings is born.
Ready, here we go. Hey, ready, get down low.
Sing your praise to Him and sing it aloud. Sing your praise to Him who rides on the clouds. Sing your praise to Him, all rocks will cry out. Come on, come on, everybody praise Him now.
Ready with all I am. Let everything.
Everything within me praise you now. As I do, you're bringing heaven down. Oh, the King of Kings is all around. So take it to another level now. Let His praises be the greatest sound. As we do, He's bringing heaven down. The King of Kings is all around.
Good job, guys. Hey, good job, guys. Awesome job.
Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah! Awesome job!
there we go.
Wow, that was some
Wow, that
great worship. Whoa! All right, everybody, have you had fun this week?
Yeah.
Have you really had fun this week?
Yeah.
Okay, now I believe you. Hey, do you think that we collected enough of our fifth power supply element, Hope? You know, I really hope we did. So let's welcome up Captain Buzz Longbeard. He's got our power supply element. Everybody cheer him on as he comes on up. Woo! All right. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do our 3, 2, 1 countdown. So I hope that you will count really loud. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! All right. Okay, let's prepare our supply for transmission to the Starship Galaxian.
Mission Commander Plasma,
Oh,
it
yes.
seems that we have an incoming transmission from the Astrozone Command Central.
Oh, okay. On screen, please, EP320.
Right away, Commander.
Greetings, Voyagers. On our visit to Planet Promise, we were able to locate our final fuel cell element, which was hope. Congratulations on a successful mission. Please stand by for Captain To Beyond.
This is Captain 2B Yon of the Starship Galaxian, and we are receiving a sample of element number 5, Hope, from you now. This could be the moment we've been waiting for. Lieutenant McFrazzle, how is our fuel cell responding to the sample?
It's charging? It's charging? It's full! Captain, we have all 5 fuel cells positively humming with power and energy. Shall I try and start our engines?
Yes, please, Lieutenant.
It's working, just as we hoped it would.
This calls for a balloon party! I told you there'd be a great celebration. I'm so glad I made all of these balloons just for the occasion.
Me too. I can't wait to get home. We have so much to tell everyone back on Earth.
Captain, care to join us?
Oh, why not? Thank you, Voyagers, for fulfilling our hopes and dreamed of being rescued and going back home. We couldn't have done it without you. This is the Starship Galaxian signing off for the last time.
We did it! Yeah! We helped the Starship Galaxy complete its mission. Let's hear it. Yeah! All right, but we're not done yet. We got to say our Vectorverse together one last time. Chief Coco, everybody on your feet. All right. Glory to God, who is able to do far beyond all that we could ask or imagine by his power at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. Great job, guys. Now remember, the hope we learned about here, we can take into our lives beyond VBS.
What a perfect way to end our final mission together.
That's right. And you know what, Voyagers? I think we should do our power launchers together.
Yes, we should.
Who remembers our power launcher from the first day? Can you raise your hand if you know? And Captain Buzz Longbeard will come and see if you know from the very first day, all the way back on Monday.
Oh. Go beyond with faith.
That was right. Go beyond with faith. So let's do it with our hand motions. Ready? Go beyond with faith. That's right. And who remembers what we learned on our second power launcher? Anybody? Raise your hands.
Go beyond with boldness.
Yes, that's it. All right, go beyond with boldness. Let's say it together. Ready? Here we go. Go beyond with boldness. And who remembers our third power launcher? Oh. Who's got it?
Kindness.
Yes, very good. Go beyond with kindness. All right, that was awesome. Here we go together. Ready? Go beyond with kindness. And who remembers our fourth power launcher? Anybody? Who remembers? Raise your hand.
Thankfulness.
Yay! Good job. All right, let's say it together. Here we go. Go beyond with thankfulness. And who remembers our fifth power launcher? Oh, wow, lots of hands. Who remembers?
Go beyond with hope.
Yes, go beyond with hope. Here we go. Ready? Go beyond with hope. Awesome job, Voyagers.
Amazing.
All right, you guys can go ahead and have a seat. We are going to prepare for our final debriefing mission video. So everyone, eyes up on the screen, please.
Man, what a week! All right. Well, if we have not had a chance to meet, I know all you little space rangers we met, but maybe some of your parents. My name's Keith. I'm the lead pastor here at HighPoint. Thanks for a couple things, for bearing the weather and bringing your kids here each night. Thank you for trusting us with them and entrusting them to us. I hope that it has been a blessing to you to have a couple free hours, and also a blessing to you to see the great care that your kids are getting. If you don't have a home church, I want to invite you here. We gather here every Sunday at 10 o'clock, and we do lots of fun stuff throughout the week as well, but our main event in this room is Sundays at 10, so you are welcome here anytime. I also want to thank you, parents, and thank you, our VBSers, for bringing in so much for young children in Cuba. You guys did an amazing job. I know you're all busy. I want to thank you, whether you raided Walgreens or you raided, your own medicine cabinet. Thank you so much for your generous donations. In literally just a month from now, we are going to take probably 40 or 50 people down to Cuba, and we are going to be giving medicine and vitamins and everything that you gave to people who can't just show up at the store and buy it. It's not available. So this is a tremendous opportunity. I want to thank you so much. Listen, the donation you gave is about so much more than me smashing Melissa with a pie. Although that's an added benefit and is going to be awesome. Just wanted you to know that. Okay, hey, we're going to jump into the Bible real quick tonight, and then we are going to go hit some bounce houses and some laser tag. But I am going to need your help. I'm going to need your help to tell the story tonight. I need your all's help to tell the story tonight. Do me a favor, stand up. Particularly our littles. All right. Now, they picked me to tell this story because it requires incredible rhythm. And I am known for being able to hold a beat. So I need your help. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do we're going to hit our legs twice, hands twice. Nice and slow, like this. Yeah, good. And then we're going to tell a story. I'm going to say something. You're going to repeat it, right? So I say, Pastor Keith won't get pie. Miss Melissa. Oh, she's going to get it. All right. Okay, do we get it? So I'm going to say it. We're going to work our way through the story, except for certain moments where I'm going to stop and I'm going to yell dance break. Now, when I yell dance break, we got to stop. And then I'm going to show you the move we're going to do in the moment. Are you ready? All right, so we're going to practice that one time. Ready? Here we go. Yeah. Hey, you got game. Ready, set, dance break. You're ready for this. Okay, here we go. All right, give me a beat. Here we go. Walking to Emmaus on a dusty road. Feeling very sad without Jesus. Then we see a friendly stranger. Can't walk around him. Can't ignore him. Let's walk with him. Dance break. Walk, 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 walk. All right, give me a beat. Here we go. Walking to Emmaus with a stranger. Feeling so sad that Jesus died. The stranger reminds us of the scriptures. How Jesus did what he had to do. Can't ignore him. Can't argue with him. Better listen to him. Dance break. Listen, 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 listen. Okay, here we go. Give me a beat. Walking to Emmaus. We reach our home. Then we invite the stranger in. We're so hungry. We get some bread. Can't just keep it. We've got to share it. Let the stranger bless it. Let's break. Bless the bread, 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 bless the bread. Blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. Give me a beat. That's when we know the stranger is Jesus. Then he's gone in the blink of an eye. But now we know Jesus' love will always be. We can't stay sad. We can't stay silent. Gotta shout praise. Dance break, praise. Come on, go, 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 praise. Praise until your arms fall off. Okay, grab a seat. Whew. Oh, that was intense. Thank you. Thank you for helping me share that. You may have recognized that's a story that's recorded at the end of the Gospel of Luke about Jesus on the road to Emmaus. So he's died on the cross. He rose again that morning, and then some guys that had spent some time with him, some of his, maybe not like his closest homeboys, but some of his pretty good friends, some of his disciples, are walking from one town to the next, the equivalent of like walking from Ocoee to Winter Garden. So they're strolling from Ocoee to Winter Garden. They're on their way to Emmaus, and this stranger comes up and starts walking alongside of them. And he realizes that these men are sad and says, "Why are you guys so sad?" And they start to explain some things about their life. They had this friend, Jesus, who they trusted in. They put their hope in, they put their faith in, they believed in him, and he was put to death. So they're sad. Well, unbeknownst to them, this stranger may have something to say about it. And he starts to talk to them, and the Bible says that he discussed everything that the law, everything that the prophets, everything that had been written about God and by God, all pointed to this moment. They get to the house and they're all hungry and they sit down and they invite the stranger in for a meal. And Jesus blesses the bread and gives it to them. And in a moment, their eyes are opened. And they realize the whole time, the one that they were missing, the one that they were sad about not having, the one that because they couldn't see him, all their hope was gone. In a moment, they realized he's been right there the whole time. So often in life, my friends, God is right there and we don't know. So often in life, we are moving through life situations. Maybe you've even asked, "God, where were you in this moment?" Just because we don't recognize doesn't mean he's not there. And sometimes he's not only walking with us, he's speaking to us like he was with these disciples. And we can be really tempted to go, "Just God, I didn't hear you. Why didn't you lead me? Why didn't you guide me?" And just because we can't hear him doesn't mean he's not talking. But I know this to be true about Jesus. He will bring every one of us to a moment, whether we've missed him along the way, whether we haven't noticed him along the way, whether we've kind of wondered if he's real or just sort of this, figment of our imagination. He brings us to a moment, I think a moment like right now, where he decides to show himself, where he decides to let us know that he's real. Now, all week long, campers, all week long, VBS's Space Cadets, all week long, you've been learning to be kind. You've been learning to be thankful. And tonight we're talking about hope. And the reason we're ending with hope is because it's very difficult to regularly be kind. Anybody know that's true? We can learn to be kind, we can get inspired to be kind, then we can leave VBS, get in the car and smack our brother and not be super kind. We can learn to be thankful. We can get excited to be thankful. We can hear a great lesson. We can sing about being thankful. And then we can get in the car and start complaining, just like that, and we know that it's good to be kind, and we know that it's good to be thankful, and we know that that's what God desires for us, but the reality is it's nearly impossible for a person to sustain it because our nature, the heart inside of us, wants what we want, not what God wants and not what others want. And that can lead us to a place of hopelessness. We've tried to be good. We've tried to be nice. We've tried to be kind. We've tried to be generous. And then all of a sudden we just fall, and at some point we go, I can't do it anymore. And about the time you can't do it anymore, about the time where all hope seems lost, you're right where the men journeying to Emmaus find themselves. They had their hopes and their dreams and their plans dashed, and they're sitting here going, now what? We cannot have the life we thought we could have. And if you have ever found yourself in that moment, maybe you're in it right now. You are in the perfect place for Jesus to give you a little ta-da. He's the bringer of hope because he's the changer of our heart. You and I can't sustain being thankful. You and I can't sustain being kind. You and I can't sustain being nice because our nature is to sin, and there's only one who changes our very nature. Doesn't instruct our behaviors, although he does instruct our behaviors, but he changes our nature to desire and be able to do what he's asked us to do. I played in the NBA for 7 years, professional basketball for 7 years, where I'm not even a big guy. I played against huge people. One of my teammates was this much taller than me. His shoulders were this much bigger than mine, and his booty was that big. His name is Shaq. He's so big they named him after a building, Shaq. I had to play against Shaq, and you know what's amazing is Shaq is super powerful, and Shaq is super strong, and I watched him both in practice and in a game slam dunk it so hard he ripped the entire basket down. Because he is super strong. But you know what I never saw Shaq do, ever? I never saw him walk up to somebody who was an adult, whose legs had never worked, and take the strength inside of him, give it to another to where they can get up. I never saw him do it, but I see Jesus doing it all throughout the Bible. Because he's not one that tells you to act differently. He's one that changes you. I was a teammate. Some of our little bucks won't know a guy named Michael Jordan. I played with Michael Jordan. I watched Michael Jordan jump from 18 feet away from the basket and fly through the air as if gravity did not apply to him and dunk it. You know what I never saw Michael Jordan do, despite I've seen him almost defy gravity, but he always kind of lands? I've never actually seen him walk on water. But we have a God named Jesus who literally walks across the sea. The laws of nature do not apply to him. He's the God that created nature. And he's the God that created our nature. And he's the God who can rewrite our very nature. I sat on the sidelines because I didn't play much and watched the guy on my team score 75 points in a game. You know, I never saw that person do, despite doing incredible things on a basketball court. I never watched him go to speak and a universe flew out of his mouth. Never saw that. It's weird. But the God of this Bible created everything without breaking a sweat. He just said light, and poof. And it's still expanding. Scientists tell us the universe in every direction currently at the speed of light, because he didn't say stop. We have a powerful God who controls nature and who changes and transforms nature. And the reason he can bring hope, I had incredible guys, teammates, where we would go into hospitals and they would encourage people, and I'd see children in hospital, their spirits get lifted for a while, but I knew after we left they got discouraged again. Because even the greatest human beings do not have the capacity at best to encourage, but we don't have the capacity to transform and instill hope. Because hope comes from a nature that doesn't do the same things over and over and over that lead you to becoming hopeless. But Jesus changes us on the inside, changes our nature. If you're in here and you've ever blown it If you've in here and you tried to be good, if you're in here and you haven't tried to be good but wish you'd like to start trying to be good, if you've given this church thing a shot and gone, I don't know if that's for me or not, it didn't make a big difference. Can I just tell you, there are moments we come to, like the people in our story, where Jesus says, you're going to see me right now. I happen to think we're at one. Jesus can bring us hope because he's the one who transforms us from the inside. And we're going to take just a quick moment because the guys from Emmaus talked and learned a lot. The guys from Emmaus interacted a lot, but it wasn't until they sat down at a table and were still, invited Jesus into their home, invited Jesus into their space, that he showed himself as the one who delivers hope for all time. We're going to just take a quick moment as we conclude this portion of our VBS before it gets super crazy and wild, and give you a still moment if you would like to invite Jesus to come in and change you from the inside out. It's his favorite thing to do. You might say, well, I've been to church before, but have you invited him into your space? I want you to bow your heads, everybody, just super quiet right where you are. Just bow your head, because this is not about anybody sitting around you. It's about you and the God who just might have tricked you into coming here. The God who you don't know why you're here, but he just kind of came alongside your life journey and has directed it to this moment to show himself to you. That's what he does when we're not looking, when we're not listening, when we're not interested. He just directs our life anyway because he's awesome. But when we find ourselves consciously thinking about him, he nudges and says, can I come on in? Would you invite me in? With nobody looking at you except me, because I want to see who I'm talking to. If tonight's the night where you would like to invite Jesus into your life, the one who brings hope, the one who changes, the one who transforms, the one who actually has the strength to make new what needs to be made new, the one who can actually suspend nature and change your nature, the one who created the universe, created you, and knows you better than you know yourself. If tonight is the night where you would like to invite him in to change everything and to make you new, so you no longer fall to the same sins and desires, but he gives you hope and you overcome. If you want to invite him in, would you just, with no one looking at you, would you raise your hand so I know who I'm about to pray for? Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, none of you are alone. Yes, I see it. Yep. So here's what, yep. All of you that have raised your hand, and then everybody here that's along with them, let's just pray alongside with them. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Just repeat after me, just like we did when we had a nice beat going. Say, Jesus, I invite you in. I've tried to be kind. I've tried to be thankful. I've tried to be good. And I know that I need you. My best efforts are not enough. So I stop giving my effort. And I invite you to make me new. Come into my life. Every area of it. Be the Lord, be the Master, and be my God tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. If you are of the VBS child persuasion and you've prayed that for the first time, before you get out of here tonight, would you please see Miss Melissa? She'll be the one that's all covered in pie, and you can. Would you just tell her that you prayed, because she would like to know that. That'll encourage her after she loses at the big pie off. Are we ready? Hey, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Come on, we got results. I know my Astros. I know the Comets. I know the Supernovas hooked me up.
Who is ready? Are you guys ready for this? Yeah.
You may want to tell the parents what this is.
All right, I just want to remind everyone what this is all about.
Woo!
We've been collecting money. We've been collecting supplies for the kids in Cuba all week.
Back up.
For our mission trip to take these supplies and this money. So we've been raising money all week. We've got two teams. Who's on Pastor Keith's team? Let me hear you.
Yeah!
All right, and who is on Team Melissa? Let me hear you. All right, so we're gonna have Mayor Melissa have a seat. We're gonna have Pastor Keith.
I brought tissue because we learned to go beyond with kindness, and he's gonna need it when he
You know, yeah, here you go, Pastor Keith. You might need that. I think this might be the biggest comeback ever. Is that possible?
Biggest comeback!
Could this be a big comeback? What do you think? Or maybe.
I'm going beyond in faith because I know my kids got me.
You have the other one? Or this could be, and this actually is the biggest landslide ever.
Yes! Yes! The biggest landslide
All right, are we ready?
ever!
All right, we're going to start making these pies.
Hey, put lots of extra.
We're going to get it as
Fill
high
that
as
thing
we
up
can.
all the way to the top. Want to get it all on her.
All right, we're going to get
yeah.
a lot on there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what do you guys think?
Are we
Is
hitting
this
it with
gonna be
two?
fun? Yeah.
Woo! You said it's the biggest margin of victory ever.
It is the biggest margin victory ever
Now,
in VBS history.
I have never lost at this, ever.
All right. Whoop.
And now this is our biggest victory margin
All
of
right.
all time.
So we raised a total of $346.
Wow. Great job.
Which
Thank
is
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, we're going to do a 10-second countdown. You guys want to have a seat? Miss Chief Coco is going to stand by Mayor Melissa. And we got Captain Buzz Longbeard by Pastor Keith. You guys got to give me a really loud countdown. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! All right, great job, guys! Yeah! Woo! All right, everybody, that was awesome. All right, we got bounce houses, we got laser tag, we got food. You guys go out and have a great night. Go take your picture in the Mars rover. Post it on our website. Tag HighPoint Orlando so we can see any pictures that you take. You guys have fun. All right.